Hey, this is Gene. I'm here with Kyle.
Oh,
I don't know what to say about that. I said at halftime, and yesterday I did a video about this. I said, just watch how these players react tomorrow, and now it's today. I had to actually leave the house. I was so upset after they scored the first goal. I felt it all the whole second half that they were going to give it up again, and they did. I'm walking outside and I'm watching it, listening to it, and they did, and they get it 3-3. And Coventry should have won that game at the end. Uh, I'm sorry, the offside rule should be changed. If you're onside, if you're offside by a half a millimeter, you got to give it to the offensive person. We deserve to lose that game, and the fact that we won on penalties doesn't really mean anything. The only thing that this possibly does is stop Ten Hag not being sacked tomorrow, because I think he would have been. To be at 3-0 against a championship team, basically just keeping the ball away from him for the entire first half, had two decent chances to score, and we scored from it. We were very, very poor the entire game. And that would have been enough if I'm the owner of that team to say, you weren't ready to play for this game. I don't care about the injuries. There were still what they say is world class players out there, and they all played like shit. Now, Bruno could have got 2 goals. Other people could have scored some goals. But as soon as Coventry City decided to play, they dominated us. They are better than us, and that's shocking. And I feel very, very bad for them. Other than the fact they're going to still have this fair tale of the FA Cup run that they had, the fact that they came back from 3-0 and tied us and could have actually won on the penalties. And everybody's going to talk about how great this was for them, because they would have been absolutely smoked against City. City could have put out their third team and would have easily beat this team. It, and it's shocking. The biggest issue that I had is when he took out Garnacho and left Rashford on. Regardless of what happened in social media stuff, that was wrong. He should have took him off then, Rashford then. And Ericsson didn't look well. And I was thinking that Ericsson should have started the game. Apparently, what we're seeing in training, we're seeing when he puts on the field. He didn't look very well. But thank God he made his penalty. But this is like worse. It'd have been better if we just would have lost when that goal that went in with 120 on the clock. That'd have been better. It was than this, because we're still going to get this. We're going to get worse in the media, but it doesn't matter. For 4 weeks from now, we're going to have to play City, and I don't know how we're going to beat that team. If we're going to get players back, I don't know. Um, it's just it's just this team is so infuriating to me, and it's so much stress for me. Not because I'm all about if a team plays well and we lose. That's one thing. I had to leave. I had to do it because when we played Chelsea and what happened at the end of that game, I started throwing shit around, and I felt it coming on at 3-1. I felt it. I think I said this team can't hold on to the ball. We can't hold on to a lead, and we just didn't do it. But again, congratulations to Coventry City. They deserve to be in the final. To get blown out by City, which probably is going to happen to us, but I don't know what to tell you. I mean, all I can do is talk about the first 17 minutes, 70 minutes, and I watched or I listened to the penalty shootout. We were poor, and there's no excuse for this. So even if we don't win that penalty shootout or the ball goes in for Coventry at the end of that game, I don't have an issue if somebody wants to sack them. But if you're going to sack them, you got to get rid of at least 10 players, and I'm going to give you that list right now. Rashford has to go. He has to go. He is a liability on that field. He does not pass it. The only thing he did today is that he had a shot on goal that was saved, that ended up to a corner that ended to Maguire's goal. That's all I did all day. And we continually try to give him the ball. That's on the manager. If you're going to continually say give it to Rashford and he doesn't do anything with it, it's on both of them. So if you're going to get rid of the manager, you got to get rid of Rashford. You have to get rid of Casemiro. He just doesn't have the legs to do it anymore. If we're not going to just put him in the back four from now on. That's not going to happen. He cannot play the game that we want to play. He's got to go. Uh, McTominay, he's in the way. Now he got a goal, but he's in the way of Rasmus all the fucking time, and it doesn't do anything. But he'd get a goal. But after the goal, he was not around anywhere. He did the first half. I think he played it well. He carried the ball into their side. You got to get rid of him. Anthony, I don't know. He didn't play well. I'm not going to get rid of him yet. I don't think we can. Bruno, it's a 50-50 with me, but I think he's got to go too. He did what he had to do today. I know I'm just upset about it. I'm upset because I felt this happening yesterday. I felt what would happen to this team if they're actually playing for the manager. And it was nice to see the first 2 goals that scored was the guys that we were going to actually sell during the season. And they came back and did what they had to do. And then when you get a deflected goal that goes in, Bruno, you think it's over, right? And I never, this year, I've never said it's over. But I thought that in my mind it's over. We're not going to give up 3 goals in 17 minutes. We're not going to do it. And we did. And they could have won the game in regular time, and they definitely could have won in extra time. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to watch some of the fan forums. It's just going to be so toxic in the community right now. It really is. They're going to say that we didn't deserve it. The balance of the last 30 minutes of that game, or 1/3 of the game, Coventry deserved what they got, but we could have had 5 goals against them. If we actually just went out of first gear, we could have done that. And you would have saw that against City. City would just sit, because City can go against the low block and find holes in it. We had so many people wide open that we didn't give it to, but I don't want to go down that road. Again, we're in the final. Shockingly, we shouldn't be having this conversation. It should have been 3-0 or 3-1 with a consolation goal for them. The fact that, strangely, we've taken out Garnacho twice, and both times we do it, teams score 1, 2 times, and 3 in this game. I don't know if there's a correlation there. Maybe there is. The fact that Garnacho holds onto the ball and actually goes against them. But to have to play another 30 minutes and almost losing that game and then win it on penalties, and what Casemiro did as the first penalty taker, just crazy. But I feel very bad for the guys that were ahead of us in the penalty shootout, and all they had to do was just finish, and they didn't do it. One guy was saved, the other one just missed the entire goal. And I feel bad for those guys, because that's all they'll never get to that position again where they can be in the final. And I actually feel very, very bad for them. We don't deserve it, because we are the better team. We're the better brand. We're the better whatever, another league above them. So again, this will be historically a huge thing for them. They'll talk about it forever. They'll have a video about it. It'll be their great run in the FA Cup, and how the VAR took away the chance of them winning the league or getting to the final. And I think they kind of did. All right, that's all I have to say. Does Kyle want to say anything?
Bye.
And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.